Okay.
Oh, you started that one already?
Yes, I did. Whoops-a-daisy. It's all right. Cool. Um, so normally they recommend right before you start, you do a clap to sync up all the things.
Okay.
So we're gonna clap on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cool. It gives you like a waveform to match up, sort of thing. So
All right,
yeah.
cool. I didn't know that.
Well, now you know, and knowing's half the battle.
Yeah, I might be clapping a little more before it
G.I.
ends.
Joe. Cool.
Hopefully.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna. We've actually been recording. Sneaky. So, welcome one and all to the first episode. Hopefully not last episode of what I like to call Artist Shooting Artist.
I'm honored. Honored.
Pretty much, this show is just going to look to explore art in its most, I guess, vague form. Normally, when you think of art, you think of people like musicians, you think of people like artists, photographers. But art can be many a different thing.
Right.
And I look to see if I can find some people who operate in a world that maybe normal people don't actually see as artists.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll see how that goes. But
Let's do
for my inaugural episode, I have my good friend Tommy McClurkin with me this evening
Hello.
in the wonderful backyard of Fullerton, California.
Yep.
Tommy works with me currently. I've known him for about 7 years. But on the night when he dresses up like Batman, runs around as a. Would you call yourself a rapper, a hip hop artist? I never know what's the
I think a rapper.
rapper.
Yeah.
Just like a rapper. Okay.
I guess.
Well, that's MC.
Yeah, I like MC too.
Okay.
I really do.
Is there a difference between a rapper and a hip hop artist?
No.
No.
Or not in my opinion. No.
I always felt hip hop was a little more meaningful a lot of times. I don't know if rap has been co-opted by mainstream rappers in a lot of ways. I don't listen to a lot of rap myself, so maybe I'm not the best to comment on. But when I think of rap, I think of guys like Little John or Lil Wayne or Little Bow Wow. A lot of little people. A lot of little people in rap. I don't know what's going on.
A lot of lils in rap.
Ah.
Yeah, I guess you could. I mean, I'm sure there's a difference between hip hop and rap. I don't really, I don't really know.
Don't subscribe. Well, that's good. I mean, whatever. You're making music and you're doing what you enjoy, and that's really all it comes down to.
Yes. Yeah.
So, my first, I guess, train of thoughts could be when you're on stage, you're not Tommy McClurkin. Well, you are Tommy McClurkin.
I am.
You're always Tommy
in a way.
McClurkin, in a way.
I got my costume on though.
Yeah. You got the utility
Got
belt,
the Batman costume on.
shark repellent spray in case some sharks show up on the stage.
Dude.
Though, if you're
Yeah.
on stage, did you see the Super Bowl?
No.
You didn't see the Super
Well, I
Bowl?
watched the Super Bowl, but I didn't watch like the halftime show.
Oh my gosh. Katy Perry performed. Best part of the
yeah.
Super Bowl, other than the Seahawks losing. There goes all my Seattle fans that I don't have. Were dancing sharks. They were dancing sharks, and they were amazing.
I didn't pay attention to it.
Oh,
That's
you
great.
missed
I
out.
didn't watch it. I watched the game, but
There was a whole week of this shark memes floating around the internet. It was pretty amazing.
What?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I missed that.
But I digress. While you're on stage, you go by the stage name of Synnsere.
Yes.
Synnsere.
Mhm.
Spelled quite uniquely.
Yes.
I have it as. Why don't you spell it for me?
It's SYNNSERE.
Oh, I spelled it right.
You did spell it
I'm
right.
pretty
I saw
happy.
it on there.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. The spelling, there's nothing unique about the spelling. It's really just because there was already a Synnsere that was spelt the real way.
Okay.
So
That's
I
boring.
Yeah, and I didn't want
So-
to do that. Yeah, it's boring. I
Yeah.
didn't do that. So I switched it up a little bit. And
So
I've had that name for a while.
Everything is unique then about the spelling.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so tell me about the name. Where does it come from?
Okay, so it's actually a funny story. It's a long one too. I kind of started writing music and stuff when I was like 14, I think, because I wanted to be like Tupac and be cool.
All right.
And
Is he still alive? Or is he dead?
No, he's dead.
Is he dead?
Yeah,
You sure?
I'm positive.
Like 100%?
Now I'm not. I'm not anymore.
If there was a
I don't
guy
know.
who was like, hey, you have to bet your life on this question, is Tupac dead? Would you be
Yeah, I would.
okay?
Yeah, but no. So I wanted to be a rapper because my cousin wanted to be a rapper, and I was young, and I just wanted to do that. and one of my favorite movies back then was Belly. I don't know if you've ever seen Belly.
I am unfamiliar.
Okay, Belly is a John Singleton movie.
Okay.
And it is with Nas and DMX. Okay.
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, X
Yeah.
gonna give it to you. It's in my opinion, it's a like the acting in that movie's terrible, but it's a good. It's well shot. It's a
Okay.
very well shot movie, and the story's kind of in my opinion cool. And back then, like I said, I'd watched it and it was like, fuck, this is really cool. So, but essentially, so there's two different people in the movie, and it's Nas's character, who
Okay.
is Synnsere,
Okay.
and DMX character, whose name is Tommy Buns. That's just his name.
Tommy Buns.
Tommy Buns.
All right.
In that movie, in my opinion, it was John Singleton's representation of like good versus evil, in coming up in New York, whatever the case may be. And DMX played kind of like the wild, like killer, like the crazy DMX, like the normal
DMX plays a wild guy.
he
I
played
would not.
himself,
I would not. Did
essentially.
he wear a do rag?
I don't think he did in the
Doesn't
movie.
he always wear? Oh.
No, DMX doesn't wear do-rag.
No, oh, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Steven Seagal when he's trying to be. There's a movie. Isn't he in a movie with DMX?
What?
Steven Seagal is in a movie with DMX.
Is he wearing a do-rag?
I no. There's a movie with DMX and Steven Seagal,
I don't
and
know.
Steven Seagal. I don't. Okay,
I
let's.
think we need to look that up as we're talking.
I'm pretty sure.
But yes, okay. So in that movie, DMX is kind of, in my opinion, the representation of evil, wild, crazy, guy, and his name's Tommy,
Okay.
which is my real name.
Yes.
Nas's character is kind of the good guy who just kind of wants everything to be calm and he wants things to go well. He doesn't want to sell drugs. He doesn't want to do this and that. He just wants to live a good life.
Mm-hmm.
And in the movie, he says like, I want to go back to the motherland. He wants to be that good, representation of it. So it's kind of, I guess I picked that because I'm like both.
Okay.
If I want to get, crazy on a song, I'm Tommy, DMX's character, I guess. And when I want to be a good rapper and tell somebody something like, that's useful, I'll be Synnsere. And I guess it just kind of stuck with me. So I guess it's kind of like I'm good, I'm evil, I'm a rapper, I don't know.
Oh, okay. So that's like your yin and yang of your rap personality.
Exactly what it is.
Very
It
cool.
is the yin and yang of my rap personality. It was just my favorite movie back then, so.
So do you find yourself on stage while you're rapping, like consciously floating back and forth between like personalities, or is that just something like? Is that just how you see it as like when I go on stage, I do this thing, I do this performance?
I don't think like I have like I don't want to say that I have like multiple personalities where I do that. I'm always kind of at least on stage pretty wild and crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and it shows definitely. It definitely shows. But no, yeah, I think that I'm always kind of that wild and crazy guy on stage.
Did you find when you were first starting to perform, like was performing, did it come naturally to you? Because like for me, when I used to play in a band, and like growing up, I was the shyest kid in the world.
Yeah.
I hated being in front of people.
Mhm.
And then to transition into performing, actually playing an instrument. I mean, it's one thing you write a paper on,
Right.
the gold rush of whatever, 1949.
Mm-hmm.
Different thing to go on stage, perform an instrument, not just perform an instrument, but you're performing a piece of you.
A creation.
Yeah, something you created. And a lot of times, music is really an extension of how you're feeling at a particular time or stuff that you've kind of gone through.
Right.
I know for me, the first few times, it was nerve-wracking. I just couldn't do it. But then there comes this point when you get turns, and it's the most exciting experience in the world.
I honestly, I know I was the first show I was super nervous, and it was at a very small place.
Yeah.
Tropics Lounge, which I think is no longer there. Rest
Okay.
in peace, Tropics Lounge. But that was like the first show. I'm pretty sure I was kind of the same. I wasn't maybe as hyperactive as I usually am like recently, but it was one of those things where as I was doing it, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Like, I love this. And then I kind of, at that point when you get off stage, you kind of, and I know you can relate to it,
Yeah.
but you kind of feel like the man. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
this is fucking cool. Like, I am the man right now. That's
You
how
are
you
the
feel.
man. It's,
Yeah.
do you remember Howard, our friend Howard?
Yep.
So he was in my band, and I grew up, I went to college, I should say, in Irvine, and I played in a rock band. Not the best scene for rock music per se.
Right.
And so when we first started playing shows and stuff, never got the best reception, and I know our first songs were really crappy or whatever.
Mhm.
It's just whatever. It was fun.
Right.
But he always told me something that always stuck with me. It's like, regardless of how good you're playing that night or how good the song is, for the moment you're on stage, like everyone wants to be you.
That's it.
That's
And that's so
yeah.
true.
So it doesn't matter like how, as long as you go out there and you perform,
Right.
that's all you can do.
It's so true.
Yeah.
You're the man at that moment.
So it's funny you talk about your first show at the Tropics, because you just
Mhm.
played a show this past Sunday
Mm-hmm.
at the Whiskey,
Yes.
which is it's kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like that's a pretty known place.
Yeah.
So tell me about that show. You seem you guys seem really excited afterwards. So let's tell me about it.
Yeah. The thing with that show that I think was probably the most amazing, in my opinion, I can't speak on everyone else, is just the history that has been in that building. I started to tell you earlier, kind of,
Yeah.
you told me to save it.
Yeah.
I think the funniest part of like the whole thing was we were kind of sitting in one of like the VIP, I guess you can call it, like dressing rooms or whatever. And then we're sitting there and we're just kind of like thinking like, dude, can you imagine like the crazy stuff that has gone on in here from, I mean, the people that have performed there, they've had like, the Doors, System of a Down, Janis Joplin, like they've had all these crazy people
Mhm.
like perform there and possibly have been in that back room
Yeah.
doing like some pretty fucking crazy stuff probably in those back rooms. And we were just kind of sitting there like weirdos, not doing anything. Like weren't even, we were just soaking it all in, and it was kind of cool just to be in that room. And then even on the stage there was kind of cool because I know the legends that have been there, and it's crazy.
I know you're
So
there.
it was fun.
You've been there.
I have been there, and it was really cool.
That's a moment you can take with you. No one can take that away from you.
No one. It's the funnest show I've ever done, by the way, too.
Awesome.
Ever.
I am sorry I missed it. I
Oh, it's all right.
didn't make it out. So you talk about your show, and usually you don't perform by yourself. You actually have a group, a collaboration. What would you?
Illosophy
crew?
music group. I guess we are, I would say more of just like a, I guess, as Bix would put it, just a collective.
Okay.
Because we also, we don't only, want to do, like we don't only want hip hop artists, I
Yeah.
guess, I think we want to work also with, photographers and people who do videos and just to create some cool stuff.
Yeah.
So Illosophy Music Group, yes, that is the group. It is me, myself, Guy01, Bix Boogie, Adrian Felix, Edris, and Alpha Raw. 6 of us so far. 1 producer, 5 rappers, and
That's pretty impressive.
yeah,
Rolled deep.
we roll deep.
Rolling in the deep.
We roll deep.
Adele would be proud. So Illosophy, you guys just recently launched a website, I believe.
Yes, illosophymusic.com.
So what can we find on your website?
As of right now, it's still kind of in its early stages, so you can find all the information on us as far as like who we are, things like that, how to contact us, shows, like where we're going to be having shows at, kind of, keep people up to date on where we're going and, things like that. Because this week we have, we had 3 shows.
Okay.
We had 1 Sunday and 2 more this week. So it's kind of, it's easier to just post it there and like, tell everybody, hey, go to the website and you can see what you can make it or not make it,
Yeah.
And then we have, our music too. We have links that'll take you to all of our music, free downloads for everything we put out.
And the music, that's kind of an important thing too, right?
It is. It's kind of important.
Do you guys have like a Twitter or anything? Like a maintained Twitter? I know like between 6 guys that might be kind of.
Yeah. Well, we have an Illosophy Music, like an at Illosophy Music for everything. So
At
Illosophy Music.
At Illosophy Music.
Boom.
I will put a link
For Twitter.
somehow. I gotta figure all that stuff out. I don't even know.
Yeah.
YouTube magic.
Yeah.
It'll be somewhere.
Oh, the little.
I'll link it. Yeah, at little box.
Is it floating by now?
Boop.
It might be.
Maybe.
I don't
Maybe
know.
it's right there. Or
Um,
maybe I'll just troll myself and I'll put it up top.
yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. It's we have like pretty much everything for the most part. So
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. Looks good.
Yeah.
I think I saw some of my pictures.
Yeah.
Pretty-
We're getting there.
pretty-
Yeah. You're.
Every time I can. So talk to me about the actual. Oh, we have a little audience member, Guy01.
Guy01
back
in the
there,
house.
part of the Illosophy. Well, talk to me about the being in a. I see a lot of times you guys kind of get together a lot when you practice and you rehearse. How like collaborative is like the process when you guys kind of get together, or how much of it is you bringing your like doing your own stuff, or how does that kind of work?
Well, as far as like rehearsal or like studio sessions, are
Anything
kind of all.
really like. I mean, it seems like for. Like, so for example, you take like a rock band. A lot of it's like it listed down. Here's like a guitar riff. You got to build a bass line around that.
Right.
Rhythm guitar block.
Oh, okay. That's what you're saying.
I know for you, a lot of times, like I think Bix Boogie will maybe have a beat or something,
Yeah.
and then you kind of. Do you all kind of like work on one particular song, or you kind of help each? I mean, how is that?
It varies. It just really
Yeah.
depends. So the studio sessions are generally 50% everyone making fun of me, and then 50% work.
So normal day in the life is what you're telling me.
Generally, that's how it
Just-
is.
Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah, it just depends. A lot of times, like, Gaio or Bix will present an idea, or they'll kind of start with like this, this little small flame, and everybody will start adding what they need to make it, what it is.
Okay.
Whether it be a concept from Gaio, or a beat from Bix, or whatever from whoever else, we kind of just, and then we'll build it from there.
Mhm.
And then sometimes, yeah, even there's times where someone will be recording inside, and you'll have people outside writing music, or whatever the case. So it's more of a group, I guess, effort than anything. There's not really too many times where we're not like getting ideas from like one another, I guess.
Yeah.
So it usually is like a group kind of deal, to be honest with you. So
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always was interested in terms of just the processes, because the songs a lot of times, I mean, especially from like a lyrical perspective, there's a lot more content, I feel like, to
Yeah.
that kind of music. So just is it when you're working with so many people, trying to figure out like is
Yeah.
that kind of a thing, or I mean, I figure a lot of
it
times
works. It works good, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. It does. And there's times where we're not all on the same page, but it works better more than it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, there's times where like I'll even like I'm sure all of us have been like this, where someone will tell a story, Edris will tell a story, and then like I'll kind of be like, oh shit, like that's a cool story. Like let me see if I can write a verse for that. So it may not have been like a personal experience, but
Yeah.
and like even like that kind of stuff is to me is what makes the music kind of cool, because we can we're, at least I think, talented enough to be able to write from different perspectives and stuff. So it's kind of cool.
This is totally kind of off topic, but it's popped in my head, I think, with our little guest back here. Did you hear the Damian Lillard freestyle?
No.
Oh, you should check that out. It's
Really?
Pretty, yeah, it's pretty.
It's good.
Yeah,
He's
I
good.
was impressed. I was like, wow, Damian
Really?
Lillard.
Did you
Yeah.
hear it?
Did you hear it?
Really?
Damian Lillard? Yeah, it was just.
Oh shit!
yeah.
I did not hear it.
Ah,
That's kind of cool.
It was pretty
I'm gonna
cool.
have to check it out.
I know you're a basketball fan like myself.
Yeah.
Most of us Lakers fans. Lakers.
Hey, I'm still there. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Give me
I'm
that.
still here.
Give me that top 5 pick protected.
Hey,
That's all I
I'm
want.
still here, dude.
Just give me that. Give me that credit.
I'm still here.
So let me ask you a question. I'll ask you 2 questions. First question: say you were to recommend to someone who is uninitiated in the rap hip hop world three albums. You're like, these 3 albums are what you need to listen to right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna give these answers. Okay,
Okay.
take note, and I know that Ephraim's gonna laugh when I say this because it's so true. My knowledge of hip hop is not as like broad as most people would think.
Oh, mine too.
It's not. I mean, it is. No,
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
it's there,
Okay.
but it's not as like Bix, Ephraim, Fest. Those guys know so much about hip hop music that it's like fucking ridiculous.
Okay.
And like sometimes they'll be talking, and I'll sit there and be like, "Fuck, I have no clue what they're talking about." I've been introduced to more hip hop music this past year than I have in my entire life, like new hip hop music. And when I say new, I mean new to me.
Yeah.
I heard Illmatic for the first time, like last year, I think, which is sad. Like as a most hip hop heads, I was like, "What? Are you serious?" I heard Illmatic for the first time all the way through last year.
Okay.
So I will give you my picks, but that doesn't mean in general they're what I'm sure most people would pick. All right, I'm gonna say first one would be Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z. That's one of like my favorite albums.
Okay.
Aquemini from Outkast would be
Cast. All right.
probably like second to me, and then Ready to Die by Biggie. Those 3 albums are like pretty solid, and I mean, right? I don't know. Those are good choices, I
All
think.
right, cool.
But I mean, I listen to a lot of different music. Before I even like got with illosophy, like I was heavily into a lot of like punk music and stuff.
Yeah.
Because of my brother Julian, he got me into a lot of that stuff not too long ago. So I just my knowledge on hip hop isn't as like broad as most people would think.
Well, it's hard because tastes change, and you may
It
stay
does,
with
yeah.
thing, and you may
Mhm.
maybe if I was to ask you this question in a year from now, you'd be like, no, like
Mhm.
this is the new list.
Yeah.
This is the new sound.
Mm-hmm.
what are your top 3 albums not based in hip hop? Like if you someone's like, hey, you get 3 albums to listen to, can't be any hip hop artists. Like what are your go-tos?
I'm gonna say. Oh shit, that's a tough one. Okay.
It's difficult. I know.
It is. I'm trying to I don't want to leave one out and offend someone or some artist.
Who you gonna offend?
I mean,
These are your picks. Like,
for me, I would say "Give Me Convenience" or "Give Me Death" is a really good one.
okay,
I like that one by Dead Kennedys. That was what it's called, right? Yeah. I'm looking back at Ephraim like he's my mom. Like I'm like, Mom, is that right?
am I picking the right ones? This strange man's talking to me. He's got a candy
I would
bar.
say, yeah. So Dead Kennedys, "Give Me Convenience" or "Give Me Death." I would say, no, not Taylor Swift. Sublime. Which album though? That's a tough one to pick, a Sublime album. Okay, I'll just say Sublime.
Sublime, all right.
Yeah,
Give you a pass.
Yeah,
I guess.
and then Brothers from the Black Keys.
It's a good
That's
album.
probably my number one, recent stuff.
Black Keys are
That's
solid.
a
Yeah.
sick album.
Did you ever listen to their older stuff?
I did.
I think we've talked about this.
We have.
I mean, my best friend was a huge Black Keys fan before they really took off.
Mm-hmm.
Back when they're kind of more like an aggressive blues rock band. And then obviously it's weird because for him it's a typical they get popular.
Yeah, and then
And then
change.
the
I
sound
liked
changed.
Brothers. I thought that was.
Well,
a
that's the
good
thing.
album.
Brothers is an amazing album. It's
Mhm.
just different.
Mhm.
It's not.
It wasn't.
It's not Attack and Release. It's
Right.
not Magic Potion or
Mhm.
Magic Jar. I don't remember whatever.
Right.
But it's still a fantastic album. It's funny as an artist because the ability to evolve. It's like this big catch-22.
I don't know why people find that such a big deal.
It shouldn't be, and it's hard because, take for example, I'm a big fan of the band Thrice,
Right.
and they've probably had one of the biggest evolutions of sound that
Yeah.
most of these started off as a punk band,
Right.
and they kind of are now some sort of blues, folky, whatever. Every album they put out I've found amazing, but
Right.
it's a huge dynamic shift
Different. Yeah.
in their sound.
Mhm.
And it's funny because fans expect artists to produce great work, but they fear the artist evolving in a way that lets the art express what they want to
I
express.
hate that.
And it's like this weird how do you and I guess the bands that stick around for a long time find a way
Yeah.
to find that balance of
Right.
still keeping their old whatever, but because it gets boring.
Right.
I figure you make the same album 5 times, that can't be interesting.
It doesn't make sense, and
Yeah.
that's one thing we were talking about the other day at my buddy Charlie's house. Is we were kind of just talking about Nas and Jay-Z and all these people, and we had mentioned Jay-Z can't make the same music he was making in '96. It doesn't
It doesn't make
it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
He doesn't live in the projects anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He hangs around art dealers and
He's very Beyonce.
yeah,
Beyonce's
he can't talk about that anymore. So people, they expect him to sit there. Oh, go back to the reasonable doubt. That's not going to happen. You can't. He can't do it. I just feel like if you don't progress as an artist in any form, whatever it is, then that's fucking stupid. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you said, if you make the same albums and they're all why? you know? And for some reason, a lot of that gets, in most cases, it gets a bad rap. When it happens like that. And
It's weird. Yeah, it's this weird dichotomy of making new music and make it interesting, but trying to maintain true to your original fan base.
Right.
I don't know. It's difficult. I mean, that's
It's
I guess
tough.
it's part of. I think it's part of not just not being an artist, but being an artist and putting your art into the world
Right.
for other people to see.
yeah.
And I think a lot of times once you put it out there, it's not just yours anymore per se. It becomes everyone's.
It's everyone's.
And then you got to figure out how do you reconcile that. So
It's got to be progression. Progression is the key, I think.
So you named your top 3 hip hop albums. A little older acts,
Mhm.
Biggie, Outkast.
Mm-hmm.
Who today? What new artists would you say are really up and coming, or you're really digging, or?
I've literally played the J. Cole album for since the day it stayed in my CD player.
I wrote that down.
Since the day it came
I
out.
was like, I think Tommy
It
Tommy likes J. Cole. That's a guy.
It has literally been in my CD player since it came out. I have not stopped listening to the album. It's crazy.
I've heard good things about Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a guy.
He's good too. Yes. Okay. So
I am
J.
knowledgeable
Cole,
about
2014 Forest Hills Drive
music. Okay.
has stayed in my CD player. The new Joey Badass album is also another one that's kind of on like rotation. And then I'm just picking a third one, I guess. I'm just sticking with that tradition. Who else have I really liked recently? I want to say Kendrick because everybody likes Kendrick, really. I've been into Travis Scott's music lately.
No.
Yeah,
Do you like
it's really weird music, but I like it.
This is for my associate her Kid. Do you like Kid Cudi?
I do.
Most of this I've heard is first album was really good.
Yeah.
And
You don't know who
then
Kid Cudi is?
First two. No, I know who he is.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying, I feel like he kind of disappeared. He was kind of one guy I
Yeah.
heard. I was like, oh, I really like.
He's
this.
doing comedy now.
Really.
He's doing comedy now. Did you hear about that? I think I don't know if it's stand up or anything, or it's like in a show.
Oh.
But he's going to like. I read a headline somewhere, or a couple of them actually, that said he's doing comedy or something like that. I don't know if it's like a web series or stand up or not, but yeah, I don't know.
Seems like a great idea.
Well, yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
I
I mean,
know.
maybe he's funny. Oh, I mean,
He
I
might
guess
be. He's a pretty cool.
It
He's a
works
pretty
for
funny guy.
what's his face? Childish Gambino, right? He's a comedian
Yeah.
slash.
Childish Gambino's fucking dope.
Yeah. I kind of want him to be Spider-Man. Have you heard the rumors of Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Did you see his stand up? Have you ever seen his stand up?
I saw one of them.
He talks about that. It's really
Yeah.
funny.
Funny guy.
Yeah, he's funny. I think it would be cool.
Yeah, why not?
He's-
Change it up a bit.
Yeah. No, Childish Gambino's fucking awesome. I think he's very underrated right now. He's a really good rapper.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question. And you're probably gonna laugh because it's supposed to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with Drake? Has he become like his own joke? Like, is he actually good? Like, I don't know. I feel like everyone kind of makes fun of Drake, but
know
then
what?
people kind of like him.
I'm gonna
And
tell you
you
right
see
now.
him. You see him with like every NBA game ever, and he
Mhm.
likes every team.
Yeah.
I thought he's Canadian, right?
He is.
He was on Degrassi.
Yeah, he was.
He was a Raptors fan,
Mm-hmm.
but then he's
He's
like
in a
hanging
wheelchair
out.
too.
Yeah, but he's like, he was.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being in a wheelchair.
I don't even know how to describe that.
I
question.
mean, you know what I mean? I just feel like
I don't
everyone.
even know how to answer that. Okay, Drake is like the cousin that like when you go to family barbecues, everyone makes fun of, but he's really good at basketball.
Okay.
But everyone still makes fun of him because he looks weird and he's a crybaby.
Okay.
But he's good at basketball.
But he's good at basketball.
That's Drake.
That makes perfect sense.
He's really good at what he does, but it's just people make fun of him a lot.
Just
Not me. I like Drake.
the burden he bears.
Yeah.
Maybe just being for
He gets a lot of heat because of what he has been and what he was. But no matter what, undeniably the guy is talented, in my opinion, I think.
last name
He's dope.
ever, first name greatest,
Yeah.
greatest ever.
You know?
That Sprite.
I wouldn't say
commercial
that, but
Is he's like a robot?
wow.
Is he? Maybe he's a robot. You think he's a robot? That's how we get.
No.
He takes
He's
it.
an Android, maybe?
Android. It's powered by Sprite.
Android -1. That's his name.
Hanging out courtside
Yeah.
with everybody, except Kobe. Kobe wouldn't.
Kobe wouldn't hang out with him.
No thanks.
Drake he's a cool guy, but he seems like he's a crybaby.
Yeah.
Drake just seems like he cries a lot.
Maybe
But
he
he's still
does.
cool. Like I said, I like his music. I listen to Drake a lot.
There you go. All right.
It's different.
I was curious. I never knew.
No,
I didn't.
no, yeah. The way I describe it is perfect. He's
'Cause I
that
feel
cousin.
like he'll put out an album and I was like, oh, that album's really good. But then a week later, there's all these Drake memes come out of him doing
Yeah.
really stuff.
That's what he is. He's the cousin.
All right.
He's a crybaby, and everybody makes fun of him.
That's
but he's
funny.
really good at basketball.
Really good at basketball. You
At
know
the
what?
family barbecues.
There's one thing to be good at. It's really good at basketball.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. All right. Well, I think what I want to do now is we have one of your music videos, "Sleeping in the Hall." Sith. Star Wars reference?
It wasn't meant to be
Or
that.
was it meant to be?
It wasn't at first.
Did it turn into one?
Yeah.
Has it now? Has the legend become part of the reality?
Yeah.
Is it, you know what I mean?
I didn't even mean it to be like that. I think like I was gonna name it that, and then I had like abbreviated it by accident and was like, oh fuck, this is Sith.
Sith. It's
kinda cool.
Dark Lord of the
Yeah.
Sith. All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play it right now,
Okay.
and then we're gonna come back, and through the magic of the internet, we'll still be here, but we'll probably take a break while that plays. But you'll never know. All right, here's Tommy McClurkin, aka Synnsere. Is it just? So give me some background. Is it just you? Is this a collaboration?
No, the video is it's me in the song pretty much, but it's like a really weird I guess, video. I don't know. I don't even remember how I got the idea. It was just really weird, and I was just like, let's make it as weird as we can.
I think it came to you in a dream. You came.
Did I?
You told me at work. You're like, I had this idea.
Oh, the first part did.
Yeah.
With all the little like action figures. Yeah, that part did.
Yeah.
That was actually really cool.
And that was reality. It's like Inception, but reversed.
It was.
Maybe not reversed. I don't know. All right, we'll check it out right now. Synnsere, Sleeping in the Hall. Hold is still on. Rookie mistake. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Check. These niggas don't know the half of what's in my brain. Ain't say I'm thuggin', but my past ain't clean. Nigga, that shit is still stained and I just hope that I'm forgiven for putting niggas in place and then playing a couple women. I ain't saying they deserved it, but shit, this life's a vicious circle, and it's a bitch, and yeah, patience still a virtue, cause I've been waiting to see that me and my niggas got it. Animal for capital, collector of that profit, yup. Nobody said it, but they didn't think I would do this shit, so don't get upset when a nigga switch it and flip the script. And honestly, if you wasn't there from the start of it, then honestly, you can suck and choke on the hardest dick. Woke up in the hall, a nigga still dreaming, sinning and causing havoc, man, a nigga still scheming, but sit back and watch me reach my glory. This my life, my passion, my pain, and my story, nigga. What these niggas don't comprehend is my composition, is my vision. Sit back and listen. I spit it from the soul, I'm what the game has been missing. They say my flow is so raw, you would think I was flipping. Wait, my urgency for currency got my radar on point, I'm seeing perfectly. Tunnel optics, my niggas higher than canopy tropics. A locomotive with no brakes, you couldn't stop it. Yeah, ain't trying to get you off the topic, but my logic is to rock it till me and my niggas see a profit. I'm a prophet, ain't saying I'm Christopher Wallace. I'm just trying to make sure me and my brothers fill our wallets up. Watch the master plan unfold, and the lyrics like the burner, watch the bars unload. Yeah, that's how I flip it on some old shit. It's illosophy, reppin' EGR, we code, bitch.
All right, well, we will start up again. That was Sleeping in the Hall. Very unique.
Shot by Stephen Fink.
Stephen Fink, our buddy Stephen Fink. StephenFink.com. Does he have a website? Do we know? Do he have business cards? StephenFink.com.
StephenFink.com.
Find him on the internet.
Boom.
Stephen Fink Productions.
Boom.
Stephen Fink. Oh, maybe. I don't know. We're good. Probably should have clapped. Whatever. So yeah, music video. Love that song.
Thank you.
I know you wanted me to do a different song, but
I hate that whole album. Dude.
I vetoed that because it's my show.
Mm-hmm.
I do what I want.
True.
This is a This is a cheerocracy, cheertatorship. I don't know how that joke goes anymore. But yeah. So first question: toys. A lot of toys.
Yep.
Came to you in a dream.
Yep.
Something out of a dream.
Yeah.
Was there a man on a flaming pie?
No.
No.
No, there was.
All right. So what kind of toys are in that? Talk to me about the toys.
Those were all my brother Julian's toys from like when he was a kid. So a lot of them are like super old from like, I think he's like 40 something. So it's like, you know, whatever year that was, the 60s or something.
60s.
I don't know. No.
Like
no, a lot of
the
them
Middle
are,
Ages.
Yeah, a lot of them are really old toys. And I had this like dream. It wasn't even a dream. Like it was just a dream that I was shooting the video.
Okay.
And like it was funny because I was listening to that song. And I was walking through the house, and all these toys were like moving and like, yo, high-fiving me and stuff. It was just random, but I kind of wanted to put it in there. So they were hanging out with me for a little bit.
That's cool. Did I see some He-Man toys? Did I imagine that?
There was everything in there. G.I. Joes. He has a lot of X-Men. Julian has a lot of X-Men too.
X-Men's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you see Days of Futures Past?
No.
You did what?
I'm not really caught up on anything Marvel lately.
That's
sucks. The last one I saw was. What was the one? No, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, but what was the last X-Men? The First Class.
First Class. You saw First Class.
First Class was sick.
But you didn't see Days of Futures Past. No. That's like First Class, the next one. It's really good. everything
watch it.
It's everything you kind of want out of an
I'll
X-Men
catch
movie.
up. Guardians of the Galaxy was sick though. I watched that.
It's good. Yeah.
Fuck, that was such a dope movie.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
He's gonna be Indiana Jones.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
I am too.
You know what I'm not okay with? Everyone's really excited for Jurassic World.
Oh, dude, I'm super stoked for that.
There was 3 movies.
Super
Was
stoked.
the first one the only good one? I don't understand.
The
Everyone seems
No,
so
this-
excited.
I liked the second one. The second one was cool too.
Second
Third one was
eh.
but the first and second one I actually liked. They were super dope.
See, I always felt like the first was the only good one.
No, this next one's gonna be good. I hope.
Chris Pratt, he rides with raptors on a motorcycle.
Dude,
That's
he's got trained raptors in there.
trained raptors.
That's sick.
All right. Well, hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
So back to Sleeping. So Sleeping in the Hall. Does the title have to do with anything of the toys from the dream?
No.
So what's Sleeping in the Hall? What is that?
It was actually this is a true story, and this is.
I would hope it's true.
I think this is like the second time my mom's ever hearing this story
All
or
right.
ever heard this story. We used to live in an apartment complex that had like these stairs that went up and then they separated. So there was 4 complexes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then they had stairs that went up like this and then went to the top 2. When I was in high school, I got like really drunk with my buddies,
Oh.
and I didn't end up getting home till like super late. And I was scared,
I
was scared.
I was square
She
in
was
high
my
school.
mom.
Yeah. Ooh.
and I didn't want my mom to find out. So I sat there in that little like what we called the hallway,
Yeah.
but it was just really just like 2 stairs. But yeah, where they met is what we kind of called the hallway. And I actually like just sat there and chilled for a little bit
Okay.
and was listening to music. And then I started writing music too. And then I fell asleep for a little bit. And that's what it was called.
Felt you passed out.
Boom.
Passed
For a
out.
little bit. It
For
wasn't
a
too
little
long.
bit.
I wanted to I didn't want to go in because I was scared of my mom. So yeah. And that was actually when I first started, like when I was like, dude, I really want to write some cool music.
So that was
So I was like super
that's your origin story.
kind of.
If
I
you
mean,
were
I was writing
if
music
you were
before
a
that,
rapping superhero, your origin story would be I got drunk and slept in the hall outside of my
but yeah,
because you were scared of your mom.
I was terrified.
Which a lot of superheroes have parent issues, so I guess that makes sense.
Terrified of my mom.
You love your mom, though.
I love my mom though.
You have a pretty good relationship with your mom.
Yeah, I do.
I see your comment a lot on your Facebook stuff.
Yeah,
That's good.
she loves me.
That's good. You should
Yeah.
always love your mother.
I do.
You have a pretty good relationship with most of your family, I feel like.
I do.
I know Marcus,
Mhm.
close with him.
It's my brother.
Take care of him. How
Shout
big?
out to Marcus.
How Marcus? I can't say his last name. Rushinsky.
Rashinsky.
I can spell it. I had to write it a lot
Yeah.
when I hired him. But
I'm not gonna lie. I could barely spell it, and I'd be surprised if I can do that. So
maybe you're not as close with your family as I thought. That's embarrassing. Man. I can't even spell your brother's name.
I'm just kidding. I can.
I would hope so. Well, so how important is family to you? Like in terms of like the relationship, do you find it as like a source of inspiration for like your music, or
It's the only reason I do music.
the only reason?
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
I've always told myself, and I've said this like so many times, but I'll say it again. I don't care if anybody else in the world likes my music as long as my brothers do. That's all I care about. And I only have like 2 real brothers, but I have a lot of like real brothers.
Yeah.
But I have real brothers, and then I have real brothers.
So it's
We're all brothers.
Yeah.
We're not blood, but we're brothers.
Yeah.
So I want to make music for them. And I always tell myself, like, as long as they like it, like, that's cool, because, you know, that's all I really care about. That, and then, you know, I can...
If you want to cry, it's okay. It's a little touching moment.
You know?
I might shed a tear. I'm getting a little verklempt
Just a
right
little
now.
bit.
No, it's yeah.
But no,
awesome.
that's the reason I do music. And then, of course, like, I won't lie. Like, I want to make money doing music.
Well, yeah.
I love it, but
It's
I
the
want to make money
dream.
for it because I want to make my family,
Yeah.
you know, a little bit easier on their lives, you know.
Well, it's always
So-
that's always the end goal of an artist, right? Is
Always.
to sustain, like
Right.
sustain, be
Mhm.
happy, like
Of course.
why not?
Because we still have to
Do what
eat.
you love. That's
stuff.
why I'm trying this out. You know?
Yeah.
I don't
We
want to.
still got to eat.
Yeah.
But yes, I do. That's why I do music. I do music for my family and for my brothers. And if they like it and no one else in the world does, I don't really give a shit.
It's good.
Yeah.
I think it's a mentality you have to have a lot of times, especially
Mhm.
when you're creating stuff. You can't. I mean, obviously, family's important, and you want if that's your goal, and you keep it's a very humble goal to have in
Mhm.
terms of when you're creating, be it music or art or photography. You're creating for someone that you love,
Right.
and you do it out of love. That's when you get the best stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah. It's
Very
always been the
touching.
reason
Yeah.
to do it. I think it always will be too. I know it always will be.
Yeah, very cool. So back to your music video. You're walking through a hall, people all around.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just kind of like is there any significance to all the random acts going on, or is it just
No,
kind of
there's not. It's actually a lot of the stuff that went down when I lived in that house
okay?
on the regular.
All right.
Like all that stuff that you saw probably wasn't too far fetched.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like Julian and Amy playing Russian roulette in the back with a Nerf gun. That probably has happened once or twice at that house.
With the Nerf gun
Yeah.
or a real gun?
No, it was a Nerf gun.
Okay. So
But
that house, that's
just
a,
a lot of
that's
random
like a
stuff.
bold house.
No,
Man.
no.
Russian roulette.
Just a lot of random stuff.
I knew you're
is
tough,
what-
but like, man, what did you do? What did you do this weekend? Oh, I played Russian roulette. Friends and I. Anyone lose? One guy. We're not going to talk about.
We're not going
that.
to talk about that anymore.
Goodness
No,
gracious.
we did a lot of weird stuff there. You know, so it was like that was kind of the representation of like this is just what we are. This is kind of what we do. And like I said, those were all my family. So, you know, it was just kind of I thought it was funny.
No, I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. So talking about the actual song itself, not just the shenanigans going
Mhm.
back. There was a line I wrote down,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll apologize because I'm going to sound really.
I want to hear this.
Yeah, I'm just going to
I'm
read it.
excited to hear this.
I'm just going to read it. I'm not going
Okay.
to rap it because that's not my
Okay.
forte. It says, "Spit it from the soul. What the game has been missing."
Right.
It's a little line.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So are you saying what has the game been missing?
Soul.
Soul.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it says it in the line.
I spit it from the soul on what the game has been missing. It's like yeah, I mean that's it's all like, money and da-da-da-da, popping bottles on a Tuesday. Da-da-da.
Do you
Nobody
worry?
raps about like real problems or cool stuff as much anymore.
Yeah.
They do, but not as much as like you would like to hear
Yeah.
like on the radio. I mean, think about like, and then this is beginning to sound stupid because I wasn't around in the 80s, but like think about the stuff they probably played like in the 80s
Yeah.
on the radio. You know what I mean? It was like a lot of I'm gonna assume like a lot of like the Biggies and Tupacs that a lot of times are like real problems.
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff. So you don't get that as much anymore on the radio, at least, which is dumb because that's what a lot of kids listen to now.
Yeah.
Younger kids, they don't have the money to go buy music or whatever, so they have to, they put the radio on and they get, in most cases, they get garbage, which I sometimes do listen to garbage, but
Do you
It's feeling.
do you worry about the over commercialization of like rap and hip hop? Is that something that you would like? Do you see that? Is that as someone who likes to who is a rapper, does have like? Do you look at like maybe the really really popular acts that maybe are producing stuff that you are not a huge fan of, but you look at kids listening to these spending money on stuff like I don't know expensive shoes or
Right.
clothes. I mean stuff that they
yeah.
like. Do you see that as like a systemic problem with rap right now, or I mean is that something that is evolved? Like because it's interesting because I feel like from what little rap knowledge I have, a lot of it started as rapping about social issues or just
Right.
kind of problem like just
Right.
trying to survive. But now it's like you said, you see these music videos and it's extravagance.
what I got.
Yeah,
Da-da-da.
extravagance
It's like-
upon extravagance.
It's a bragging,
yeah,
like, I guess, channel. I think, yeah. It's just it's a platform for like some artists to brag, and it's starting to I think balance out a lot
Yeah.
more with the J. Cole's, the Joeys, the Kendricks, and things like that. It's starting to kind of balance out more, and I specifically am speaking on like what people are listening, like what people hear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's still a lot of music, underground hip hop music that you're never really gonna hear on the radio, and that's that's a whole different ballgame. And those guys do very well, but I mean like the stuff that you hear on the radio.
yeah,
Like they're just, and that's really not the artist's fault. It's the people who are playing. It's the DJ's fault and stuff like that
Yeah.
because they're playing it. But I mean, yeah, I have my songs where it's like I want to, I kind of want to party a little bit, so I listen to, music that I normally wouldn't listen to. But
Taylor Swift. Just
I party to Taylor Swift.
shake it off.
I'll party with Taylor Swift.
I would party with Taylor Swift as well.
Yeah.
I had a 180. I used to couldn't deal with her like
Mm-hmm.
thing, but I changed. Mostly my associate will. He's to blame for
So
that.
you like Taylor Swift?
I like her as a person.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I
Um,
think Beyonce had a better album than Taylor Swift.
So it's funny. Kanye West. I have a question about Kanye. What's up with Kanye?
Kanye's bad. Kanye's bad.
Bad like
No, I
Like-
support everything Kanye West does.
like bad as in good.
Yes, I support everything he does. He's
I
cool.
think it's all an act. I think because I like his music.
Mhm.
I think his music's amazing.
Mhm.
and I don't think someone who creates music that well could be. I mean, maybe he's crazy, but deep down, I think it's like all an act. I think it's like
I don't
this.
think so.
Is this? Do you think it's like really him?
I think it's him. You got to understand, Kanye West, before people knew him, he was pink polos and like backpacks, and he got shut down. Like at every turn he tried to make, he was shut down.
Really?
Shut down. And he was telling people like, dude, I'm dope. Like, I'm dope. Like, come on, somebody hear me. And no one did. So he was like, whatever. I'm just going to, produce for a while. And then he got that like right little moment where he got in there and he was like, no, let me rap to you. And he was dope.
That's
and
true.
it was just so many years of him like, telling people like, dude, I am dope. I'm dope. Like, hear me out. And everybody's like, dude, get out of here. You're corny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it took so long for a lot of people to realize that. And that doesn't excuse his actions because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
But he's a passionate one. He's just a passionate guy who believes that he can say whatever he wants, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's him. But I like everything he does. And
That's
I think that he's just very, when it comes to what he believes in, he's very like aggressive. And he shouldn't go that route, but it's just who he is. He's very like.
I have heard stories like before he was where he is now, he acted the same. Like I have heard stuff like that. And I guess maybe that's how he is, but it's just funny. I don't know. I thought it was just some giant. It's almost like a what was the guy?
Joaquin Phoenix.
That, or even before him, the guy who played on Taxi, the Andy Kaufman.
Oh yeah.
It's almost Andy Kaufman-esque, like the level to which he's trolling people.
I don't think so. I just think that I do think the whole Beck thing was honestly a joke. I don't think he wanted to do. I just think he did it to be funny.
It seemed like it
I
at
don't
first.
think he was going to do anything.
But his mini rant afterwards was kind of weird.
Yeah.
If he respects artistry, give.
And he actually said it in an interview too.
Yeah.
He was like, "I'm stupid for doing that," because he was like, and it was funny because they were making fun of him. I think it was like on the Breakfast Club. He was like, "Yeah, I haven't even heard the album, but like I said that," and then they were like, "Are you serious?" And he was like, "Yeah, I should probably go listen to it," and he was like, "I was, I was paraphrasing, but he was like, I was wrong for that. I should have at least listened to the album first."
Or maybe jump to conclusions.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like he'll do something like that. He'll go off on a rant, and then I think the next night he was on the I think it was the SNL or Conan or something, and he was making fun of himself. They kept telling him to stay in his seat, and it seems like he seems self-aware.
I think he's just brash decisions. Like he just does something, and then it's just like, oh fuck. And then, like, after he kind of realizes, like, fuck, that was probably kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I think it's all just brash decisions and what he... I think it's really him, though. I don't know.
Well,
I think so.
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, he makes good music.
He does.
And I think that's...
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I support Kanye. I like Kanye.
So, all right. Well, I think at this point, we're going to wrap things up a little bit.
Cool.
We are going to have a performance.
Okay.
What are you performing right now? What is this super secret, never before seen world premiere bootleg?
It's not really too much of a secret. We just haven't put it out yet.
All right.
It's just a verse that I did on a song called Guessing Games, produced by Bix Boogie. You won't really hear the beat yet, but you'll hear some cool guitar and then my lyrics over it at least.
Unplugged a little bit?
A little bit unplugged. I'm kind of nervous for it. I've never done anything like that before.
Okay.
Or like this before, so...
So for the uninitiated, which is everybody, because this is the first episode, the goal of the show is not only featuring new artists, but we want to see if they can't create a somewhat unique portrait of themselves that hasn't been seen before in terms of their sort of medium. So we have this acoustic performance, unplugged. I don't know what it is. We're gonna record it.
I like unplugged. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
No one's heard it really before in this sort of form, and we'll see how it goes. So I think for now we'll kind of sign off before this performance. But Tommy, thanks for being my guinea pig.
Thank you for having me. It was cool.
Any show, I don't know when this is gonna post. This might be in a month because I gotta edit and record stuff. But website, one more time.
illosophymusic.com.
All right.
illosophymusic.com.
illosophymusic.com. I'll post links somewhere in boxes.
Is it going by here somewhere?
Maybe. Hopefully. There's a description for sure. I'll put it in the description.
Cool.
You can follow me on Twitter at Drew McCarroll, which I don't even think I said my name to start this thing. My name's Drew McCarroll. DREWMCC.
I don't remember. That was so long ago.
ARR.
It was years ago.
OLL. DrewMcCarroll.com. I have photos of Tommy and the rest of illosophy up there. There'll be a blog post probably accompanying this as I go along. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. Tweet me, leave comments, probably good or bad, whatever. Subscribe. That's a big thing people do on the internet to YouTube channels.
Yep.
I have an email, artistxartist@gmail.com. If you're a
Sweet.
local upcoming musician, if you're not local, and maybe we can meet up, we'll figure it out. I just want to feature who I can. Let's
Cool.
give an outlet to artistry in the world. So yeah, we'll have Tom. What was the name of the song again? One more time.
Guessing games.
Guessing Games.
Yes.
By Synnsere.
Yes. Shout out to illosophy, Guy01, Bix Boogie, Adrian Felix, Alpha Raw, Edris. And that's it.
That's it. All right, here we go.
Hold button still on. I remember that from last time. All right. So then, yeah, okay. So yeah, a little slower.
Yeah.
I'll kind of lead it too, so if you have to
Yeah. Gotcha.
All right, go. That's so perfect right there. Yeah. Check. She got the style of a model, and her flaws seem to disappear as I reach the end of that bottle. With every second I'm wasting, I'm chasing her. Like a shot of that Jameson, she smiles, and then my heart starts to race again. I want her, but she don't know it yet. Baby, we could do a couple things that I promise you that you won't regret. Cause she know everybody try and get it, so she plays those guessing games. I wonder if I'm gonna hit it. So I approached her, she whispered in my ear, but that was right when the bass kicked in. I didn't hear, she started pulling on my jacket. I pulled her in closer, and we attracted like magnets. I found myself in the madness, she found love in a hopeless place. And you the type of chick that just love to chase, and I just want to taste. Sorry if I seem abrasive with it. Hypnotized with them hips, so you persuasive with it. But fuck you on the other hand, cause one minute you feeling me, the next minute you smile at another man. And Biggs told me I should stay away, so as the 808s play, like a fresh haircut, we fade away. Acting like you ain't gonna give me a chance. Girl, you stupid, I just asked you to dance. Cause when you lonely and you leaving this club, just know I wasn't out looking for love. I'm just trying to, yeah. That was cool. I liked it. How did it sound?
Yeah, I could feel the chord breaks where I got it that time.